Hello students. Now we are going to learn a poem Past, Present, Future written by Emily Bront. In this poem, three time periods are mentioned, that is past, present and future. Also, there is a conversation between a poetess and a child. Before understanding the poem in detail, let me recite a poem. Tell me, smiling child, what the past is like to thee. An autumn evening soft and mild, with a wind that sighs mournfully. Tell me, what is the present hour? A green and flowery spray, where a young bird sits gathering its power to mount and fly away. And what is the future happy one? A sea beneath a cloudless sun, a mighty, glorious, dazzling sea stretching into infinity by Emily Bront. Now we will see the poem in detail. First stanza. First we will see the meanings of words. D. D means you. D is the archaic word. Autumn. Autumn means it's a season in which trees shed their leaves. Sighs. Deep exhalation. Mournfully. Sadly. Now let's see. Tell me, smiling child, what the past is like to thee. Poetess asks a child, smiling child, what is past like to you? Child says, an autumn evening soft and mild, with a wind that sighs mournfully. Past is like an autumn evening in which soft and mild wind blows. Okay, so let me explain you in detail that as we teachers or we grown-ups, okay, whenever we remember our childhood days, our childhood memories, we become sad because we can't bring them back. We just remember and sigh. So past is like that. Second stanza. First we'll see words. Spray. Spray is a small branch. Spray is a twig. In picture also you can see there is a twig on which bird is sitting. Second is mount. Mount is to rise up. Now let's see. In second stanza, poetess asks the child, what is present time to you? Child says, present hour is a green flowery spray where a young bird sits gathering its power to mount and fly away. It is like a green branch on which a young bird is sitting and collecting its strength, power to rise up and fly away. Let's see, as you are children, as you are child, you are coming to school, you are joining various classes, you are gathering your knowledge, you are gathering your power, okay, for your better future. That is what a gathering our power to rise and fly away. Third stanza. In third stanza, there is word beneath, which means below, mighty, which means powerful, glorious, which means extremely beautiful, dazzling, extremely bright, and infinity, which means endless or without end. Now let's see what does the poet asks to the child. What is the future to you, the happy one? Child says, future is like a mystery. We don't know the end of our, or we don't know what is there in the future. So it is like a deep sea. It is like a cloudless sea, infinite. Okay. And here sea is a powerful. Sea is here extremely bright. Sea, or you can say the sky, which is stretched. Okay. So which has no end. That is our future is. Now we will see figures of speech. What is a figures of speech? Figures of speech is a poetic device. Poets use figures of speech to make their poems effective. In our poem 2, there are two figures of speech. One is a simile and second is a metaphor. We'll see first what is a simile. Simile is an imaginative comparison of two different things which have something in common. It means here two different things are compared, okay, which possess something in common. And in simile, there is use of as and like. From the word simile itself, we can understand the similarity is established. Okay, so here in our poem, poet asks what the past is like, and the child says past is like an autumn evening. So past is like an autumn evening. That is what an example of a simile. Next, we will see what is a metaphor. Metaphor as is an imaginative expression that refers to something or someone as another person or a thing. Okay, so it is an implied meaning. Here you don't find the use of words like as or like. In our poem, there are two examples. In second stanza, the child says, present is a green and flowery spray. And in third stanza, we can see the future is a sea beneath a cloudless sun. So these are the two examples of metaphor. You see, there is no use of words like or as.